That's right, I'm back. It's been a couple weeks. I was on vacation, went down to St. Thomas. Oh my God, was that so nice. I could go back in a minute. That's for sure. But hey, I'm starting this live stream because it's the Tuff Show. And I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it because some people like it. And if you like what you see and you like what I'm doing, you want to have fun, you have to watch on Rumble. And everybody's like, why are you always crying about Rumble? I'm not crying about Rumble. It's just on Facebook and on YouTube, my hands are tied. There's only so much I can do before they shut me down. And most of the fun stuff is all the stuff they won't let you do. So if you want to have fun, you got to watch on Rumble. Go to rumble.com. Doesn't cost anything. You could go there. You could log in, make yourself an account. And yeah, okay, they got a couple of ads you got to watch. But you know what? It's no different than YouTube. YouTube does the same damn thing. So, and I'm just checking to see here if I got a live feed going yet. Oh, I do. Okay. So, and besides that, if you go on Rumble and you follow the show there, if you respond in the comments, I can see it on my screen here. I don't know if you can see this here. All right, so like right here, you can't see it on the screen, but you see where I'm pointing. Right in front of me is where where I can see all of the comments and everything that you people make. And so it'd be really cool to have you on there because like today, there's a whole bunch of things I want to talk about. And I had a whole list of them. In fact, I'm going to look them up here to make sure I'm not missing anything. See, what were we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about, put up a whole post, didn't I? Could have swore I did. Let me move this thing here. Could have swore I put a whole post up today of all the subject matter. But here it is. Okay, I found it. The passing of Kyle Loftis happened when I was on vacation. Internet censorship. There's something we're going to talk about because, hey, everybody wants you to not say what they don't want you to say. Making my Nova, making a comeback. Yes, that's right. My Nova's at the shop here. I'm working on it right now. Going to get it back out soon for Memorial Day weekend. I'm hoping, if nothing goes wrong with it. How the economy is affecting the local entertainment. I got a lot of people that work. They're playing bands and stuff. Let's talk about it. Chicago Cowboy Customs. What's up, Tuff? What's happening? Why modern cartoons suck. They do. Rum. Something I learned when I was in St. Thomas. Why is the rum always gone? Well, I found out. Best places to go boating. Seems like a good thing to talk about today. The trend of fear porn, where you have all these stupid videos where they talk about, Chicago Cowboy Custom. That's Chris Fiasco. Sorry. He's watching the show. Chris, what up? Thanks for watching. And thanks for responding. Hey, one of the things I've been trying to say for a long time for everybody is that if you respond, and this for those of you that might be watching that aren't responding, if you respond in the comments, and especially if you respond in the comments on Rumble, I can read them, and then I will directly address whatever comments you guys might have. So here we go. Best places to go boating. That's the last one. So then, are concerts too expensive? There's a lot of major artists out there that are canceling their tours. You know why? Nobody's buying tickets. Is that because it's too expensive? Or is that just because people don't want to see the show? I think it's from being too expensive, but we'll talk about it. And the last one, number 10, but not the least one. Will Dag ever shut the flying fuck up about Diana? Do we really need to have 42 fucking posts a day about Diana? This woman that has thrown him in jail, burned his fucking furniture, his clothes, and everything else? Got him charged with felony counts of horse kicking? That's what I want to know. Morgan Wallen, Soldier Field, crazy expensive. I heard about that, and I'll be doing the power for it. There's another one that's coming up at Soldier Field where I might not be doing the power because they're supposedly doing it with batteries. Batteries. They're going to power a whole fucking concert with batteries. And they think that's going to save money? Batteries? What kind of batteries do you have to get for that? We'll go into it in a second. I got to go grab a link. Don't go anywhere. Okay? Don't go anywhere. I got to play my little song. I'm only going to grab one link. You won't have to watch the whole song. But I'm going to go grab the link real quick. I had to start this. I don't get a link to grab to share until I start the live feed. So no matter what, and I do this by myself. If I had help, the other person could do it and I could just keep talking. But I can't because I'm doing it by myself. So anyhow, hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this thing started. Welcome to the Tuff Show. We're about to kick it off and have a fun night tonight. I had to start the live feed so I could go behind the scenes and get all of the links set up and all the other behind the scenes stuff. Once I get all that set in place, I will switch and start the show. Unfortunately, I can only do this stuff once the live stream is started. So be patient for a couple minutes. I'll be right back and we'll get this show on the road.
Got a kiss on the heel, hopped on a bike thinking this can't be real. Rolled the throttle, felt that venom bite. Road started shaking, sky turned bright. Ravens screaming overhead in rings, and then the vision started doing their thing. Rattlesnake boogie, hard as sin. Lost my mind, but I kept on grinning. Heat wave hitting, wheels keep spinning. Don't know where I'm going, but I ain't quitting. Rattlesnake boogie, desert dream. Girls in the sun like a movie screen. If I make it out alive, I'll be a damn good scene. Rattlesnake boogie's got a hold on me. First thing I saw was a hitching queen. Cut off shorts, legs long and mean. Blew me a kiss, then turned to smoke. Thought to myself, that body no joke. Truck bed rolling with a sea of beer. Cowgirls laughing, saying, get in here. Ravens dipping low like they're leading the way. Black wings flapping to the beat they play. There's a motel flickering in the side. Silhouette waiting in the neon twilight. Bull on the highway bucking in the heat. Girl on top moving to the rattlesnake beat. Rattlesnake boogie, hot as sin. Lost my mind, but I kept on grinning. Heat wave hitting, wheels keep spinning. Don't know where I'm going, but I ain't quitting. Rattlesnake boogie, desert dream. Girls in the sun like a movie screen.
All right, hang tight. I'm almost there. Just a few more links to put up, a couple things to do behind the scenes. We should be going here in about a little over 2 minutes. Maybe not even 2 minutes. Less than a minute. A little more than a minute. I don't know. Anyhow, just hang tight. I'm coming. There's a lot of crap to do behind the scenes here, so be patient. I'm on my way.
Ribbon circle dropping shadows on the sand. Felt the world melt right out of my hand. Whiskey bottles floating, dust devils dance. Whole damn desert caught in a trance. I yelled to the sky, hit me with your best. Every vision hotter than the rest. Bike kept rolling through the whirlwind black. Next thing I knew, I was finally back. Rattlesnake boogie, wild and free. Venom in my veins like a melody. Woke up parked where I shouldn't be. How I got here is a mystery. Rattlesnake boogie, let it roll. Took me for a ride, took a piece of my soul. Desert got a way of losing control. Rattlesnake boogie, man, it swallowed me whole. Stepped off the bike with a shaky grin. Girl on the porch said, where you been? Tapped my boo where the rattler hit. Got bit once and I'm still riding it. Rattlesnake boogie, still buzzing in my head.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, it took the whole time. I didn't mean to do that, but I got to send out all these links and everything. And, so Chris is saying that he will help me if I do power. He'll use his truck. I appreciate that. But no, I got to send out links to all this. And so I got my phone here in my hands here. I push this button here. So I got my phone and I'm sending the links out to all the show because I can't just put it on Facebook, can't just put it on YouTube. I got to send out all these stupid links because after 15 minutes, I got to shut off the Facebook. I have to shut off the, I have to shut off the YouTube link or else I'll get censored. Oh, God, get censored, yeah. So the fun doesn't start until I shut that shit off, which I can't do because, you know, I can't do anything fun until I get out of the liberal platforms. And if you're a liberal and you're going to get all offended, well, sorry, that's just how it goes. So if you want to watch this show is supposed to be interactive. So like, you know, it's supposed to be like where people respond in the comments and then I read it and then I'll say something back. That's what my goal is. It isn't just about me just talking. I don't care if it's just me talking. I don't give a shit about that. You know, I could do that without all this crap. I put all this together so that way you guys can see it. So I'm still sending some links out here because I didn't have enough time, but I'm working on it. I got a couple more that I'm going to do here, so I kind of feel a little like Dag, you know. You ever watch Dag's show? Now, Dag's had a good show. Don't get me wrong. He's got a good show. One thing that drives me nuts is that he starts the show. The first thing he goes is he gets everybody's attention, and then he goes, hang on a second. I got to tag 48 people while you just watch me hold my cell phone here. And, hey, I'm going to tag some people. Keep telling them, get all that shit tagged before the show, or at least half of it. You know, that's what I'm thinking. But what do I know? I'm just tough, doing my thing. And for those of you who don't know, if maybe you follow me in the music industry, so Tough Enough is my street racing name from back in the days when I was street racing all the time. And then that evolved into my presence online that had stuff to do with racing. So that's the Tough Enough thing. See who else I got here. Oh, you know what? I got to tag Chris Bateman. I love having Chris Bateman on the show. You know who else I haven't heard from? I have not heard from. Big Willie. Be nice to hear from Big Willie. Maybe I'll call him. He doesn't answer the phone much anymore. I don't know why. You know, maybe he's just shy. That's what it could be. That's probably what it is. He's just shy. Yeah. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm just going to say to the chat. Don't mind me. I'm just a couple more tags here. I'm sharing the links. It's not even me tagging. I wish tagging would be that easy, but you know, in 15 minutes, like, let's see. I got 12 minutes into the show so far, and I'm hoping that the people that are watching on Facebook, which I believe, yes, I can read. If somebody said something on Facebook, technically I should be able to read it here, but I haven't seen anything yet, so I got to watch on. Let's see. I will watch on here. I haven't been on in a while either, so who knows? They had 19 views. Anybody leave anything? Oh. See, so Mike Gould responded, and it did not come through. So Mike Gould, Red Baron, yeah, you need to get off of Facebook and get on Rumble. Or just come here, which would be great, too, if you did that. I can only read, for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm looking at this thing, and I can only read comments that come from YouTube and Rumble. It says I should be able to see stuff from Facebook, but it doesn't go through, and I don't know why. So that's all I know. Now, I played Caddyshack for a while to try to see if I could get some people to log in and stuff, but yeah, no, they shut me down pretty quick. So anyhow, all right, so let's move on with the show. I'm not going to sit there and gobble, gobble, gobble. I'm not Trent. I'm not going to do that. So when I was on vacation, I heard this unfortunate news about Kyle Loftis, who was a guy that he had passed away. And Kyle Loftis had 1320video.com, which was a video channel on YouTube that followed all kinds of racing stuff, specifically drag racing, but he went to other events aside from drag racing stuff and the no prep stuff. And, you know, it's just really sad because he was such a good dude and he did a great job on his video stuff. His editing was excellent. He had a nice little business going here and he had, you know, friends helping him and stuff. And it's just so sad that he passed away. And unfortunately it was from suicide. And, you know, here I am, I'm in St. Thomas. I'm on vacation. And I read on the 1320 page on Facebook, you know, they didn't come out and say directly that he had committed suicide. They said, in a roundabout way, what you would say when you're trying not to bring it up. You know, you say, well, yeah, I hope he forgets his troubles and I hope his troubles don't follow him where he went to. I mean, it was pretty clear. Like, you'd have to be pretty fucking retarded to not know that he had committed suicide. And I wasn't trying to like shame the guy, but there are people out there that struggle with depression every day. They're always on the edge, man. They are on the edge. They are ready to pull the trigger. And, you know, I was talking with some people today and they're like, you know, I think that people that commit suicide are cowards, is what they would say. And I said, you know, they're not always cowards. I go, you know, maybe in some circumstances, and I can see where you're coming from on that. However, in this day and age, with so many people being medicated, I mean, they have so many people on medications, antidepressant medication, that I think, in my opinion, makes the problem worse. They might be less depressed over here, but they get more depressed over here, and suddenly the mood swings get bigger and farther apart, and I think that it adds to the problem. Now, I have no clinical evidence of this. I can't prove it any other way. All I can tell you is this is just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody will respond in the comments on Rumble and say, hey, Tuff, you're full of shit. I don't know. Right now I have to look at my phone to watch the Facebook one. Let's see. To see if there's any comments in here because nobody's switching to Rumble that I can see. Maybe you are, and I just can't see it. It says I got 3 people on Facebook. I'm probably one of them. I don't know. Maybe I get a bunch of people watching. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should just give up the show. I have no idea. I try to keep this fun, but here, we're at 17 minutes. I'm going to let it go for another 3 minutes. And then when it gets to 20 minutes, I'm watching the counter from when I started the live feed. And then I'm shutting off Facebook and YouTube so I don't get hit with any strikes or anything, and I don't get banned on Facebook, going to Facebook jail because I played something that was copyright, blah, blah, blah. I don't think this one's going to be copyright, so I'll show this one. So apparently today there was a couple of jets that were flying in an air show that hit each other. Pretty shocking. Like, holy shit. Four pilots out. Boom. Is that crazy or what? Hopefully those pilots are okay. I mean, I know that they ejected, but wow. That's freaking nuts, man. Look at that. That's crazy. And can you imagine being at that air show watching those 2 planes collide like that? And then if they are okay and the pilots are all right, how are they going to explain? Like, how do you explain that? You know? I mean, those things are worth like, those are multiple $1 billion planes. Felt 187, what up? See, finally, somebody came in and in the comments, that's what's going to make this show more fun. You got to log in to Rumble. Rumble.com. For those of you who don't know, Rumble.com is just like YouTube, exactly like YouTube, except without the censorship. So if you're a conservative, you really should be on Rumble watching shit there and supporting that. Speaking of which, so here's a guy on YouTube. I like busting this guy's balls. I don't know why he comes up in my algorithm on YouTube, and he does these little short videos all the time, and I don't know. It's kind of silly, but this dude literally squeals on every jump cut. Now watch this.
I'm going to have my voice go really high like this, and then I talk down here, whatever. And then when I do another cut, I got to talk like this, and then all of a sudden I go to there. And then I'm going to talk about other things that are going to be like this, and then I'm going to go to another jump cut. And then I'm going to do this, all this thing like this, and then I'm going to do the thing.
Now, obviously, that's me doing it with AI, but let me see if I can find it. I'm going to see if I can find it on YouTube. I see this dude's videos like all the stinking time. And I've tried messaging him going, hey, you know, you really ought to relax before you start doing that. And yeah, he just ignored it. So I don't know. So what are we going to do here? You know, the economy is getting pretty crappy. People are looking for fun things to do. And I'm seeing, again, for the second time, a resurgence in roller skating. And I am seeing a lot of people getting into this. And I'm going to add this to the pot player. Pot player is how I play it on here, so that way you can see it at there. And so check this out. Okay, that's all you get because I'm still connected to Facebook and Rumble. So you get 3 seconds. 3 seconds I can show you, but if it's got copywritten shit in it, oh, they're going to shut it down. So hang on. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to shut this down on those 2 channels. Go to my page, on my page. Just log out of this, go to my page. You will see the link for Rumble, or just type in rumble.com and look up The Tuff Show. It'll pop right up. Look for my live feed on there. Super easy to find. And if you do, you can respond in the comments and see everything that's going on. And we'll have fun. See, that's all I can play. So that's the end of that show for you people on Facebook and YouTube. That's going to be it. So, bye.